everyone. Welcome to Assistive Technology, and I wanted to take a minute here to just go quickly over my basic format for the course. So hopefully it makes sense to you as you are navigating it. So after you've done your course introduction, which you would have in order to get to this video, you should be in Module 2 in the Introduction to Module 1, Introduction to Assistive Technology page. So all of the modules will be set up in what I consider a logical order. Step 1, intro it. Step 2 might be a study guide or some resources, or the lecture page, which is basically the main frame of what we want to talk about for this, what I want you to learn about for this module. And then there'll be readings attached to that. Okay, so in the introduction page though, if you're looking at that in folio, make sure you read through that whole section, because first I give a general overview, then I look at the learning objectives for this module. So you will know exactly what it is I'm trying to focus on, what I want to make sure you learn, what our end goal is, okay? And then the next piece of that page is a task list. So step by step, what are you supposed to do in this module? We're not trying to be sneaky here, so I really want to be very forthcoming. You'll have a list step by step of what I want you to accomplish within this module. So read these materials, go through this piece, whatever it is, okay? And each one will be potentially a little bit different. Each module will have an assignment I want you to complete. Now that may look different depending on what that module was about. So you might have a discussion, you might have a mini quiz, you might have a tiny version of both. You might have a little task to complete and then post for us to look at or for me to look at. So it really is going to depend on the topic of the section and the materials that I have you go through for that module. Okay, so read through those task lists. If you need to, print them out and keep them near you while you go through it. If you don't, I set up the modules so that each piece of the module really lays out each step. So as long as you go through each page, you'll be fine. Okay? So don't skip around, because that's when you might miss something. Don't just try to go to whatever's due or assignments or Dropbox. You're going to miss instructions and information. So go through the module pages from your table of contents. Okay? If you are not familiar with Folio, I suggest you take a crash course. There's a lot of trainings there. It really is, once you get the hang of it, it's really not so bad. So again, after you've gone through that introductory page, you know what's expected. If you have questions about that, please post something in questions for the professor discussion. If it's a more in-depth question or you need some more explanation about an assignment or a module, then we can set up a different time to talk about that. You can email me. You can, I do have some appointment times set up on my Google Calendar where we could either be chatting over email right then and there, or we can be talking on the phone or meeting over video chat, whichever works for you. Just a heads up, you won't have all of your modules at once, because I am working on updating and tweaking this whole course, designing this whole course, really based on your answers to the initial survey I had you take. So it's in process as we go, and I want to make sure I'm able to have the flexibility to make changes as needed based on your needs as a class. So be patient. If you're someone who wants to see everything at once, it's not going to come through that way for this course. But I promise you it's to benefit you. And so as you're going through, if things are confusing or unclear, please let me know, because I have the opportunity to change that or tweak that or add to it before we get to the next section. All right, everybody, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing your assignments and submissions and so on. Take care.